Hey everybody, it's Michelle here again with Bearth.uhura. Here at Bearth.uhura, I am a full spectrum plant eating holistic doula and an advocate for all things safe, natural, and effective. Here on this channel, we discuss all things pregnancy, birth, and womb health related. So if you guys and ladies love the content, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Today's topic is going to be about affirmations, and this is one of my favorite topics because your mindset is like the most important thing to anything that you do in life, right? So when we're talking about getting a new job or setting goals or losing weight or anything, including birth, we want to have the mindset of a confident and ready person to start that journey and to really accomplish what we have in our minds set for ourselves. So affirmations help us get to a place where we feel ready, where we feel like we've done the things that we needed to do. We've put ourselves in a position and created a mindset and an atmosphere and a lifestyle where it honors the specific results that we want to see, right? So affirmations is something that I want to say, like, people who, when you hear affirmations, I know it's that repetitive sentences or you write something down and you just continue to repeat it every day. That's not technically what affirmations is. Affirmations can be things that you write down in sentences, and but affirmations can literally be a mindset. How are you affirming yourself today? What did you wake up thinking about? What did you wake up feeling? What did you tell yourself this morning? Did you get out of bed and say, "Oh my God, it's cloudy. It's going to be a bad day today because it's going to be raining." Blah 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 blah, right? Or, "Oh my God, the bottom of my stomach hurts. It must be something wrong with the baby." Is that you got to think about, we have to think about what we are saying to ourselves and how we are affirming ourselves every single day, every time we wake up, and we have to learn how to redirect them. So affirmations can be done all day long. We all go through negative and unhealthy thoughts. um that is a normal part of human life, and so we have to learn how to redirect. We have to learn how to spin it back, bring it back to our center, and be who we want to be. So affirmations help us do that. I love affirmations for pregnancy, for birth, and all things alike. Even if you're in your health journey, and you're just starting out, affirmations are amazing because they remind you why you started. They remind you what you are looking for. If you write them and you put them up on your wall, and you put them in your bathroom, and you make them your screensaver, you put them in the journal that you write in every night. And I'm not saying that you can never have a bad day. I'm not saying that you always have to feel great, but your consistent thoughts is what your life is going to look like. You ever had one of those days where you woke up, you got out of bed, you stubbed your toe, and then it seemed like all of these different things just started happening. You hit your toe, then you tried to go out the door, but your shoulder hit the door, and then you got an attitude. You go downstairs, you done burnt the food. You get in your car, you late. It's like all of these things start to trickle with the energy that you had for that day. So affirmations kind of put you in the energy of success, of joy, of happiness, and of love. Because I don't, I can't imagine anybody's gonna have negative affirmations. I, I might be wrong, but I don't, I wouldn't think that. So here is some tips. I want to give you some tips on how to affirm yourself. So just saying these things and repeating these things with no energy, with no effort, with no real vision in your mind of what the end goal looks like for you, it's not really going to work. You have to truly begin to believe what you are saying. You have to know that you are worthy of the accomplishment that you want for yourself. You have to know that these goals are possible for you. You have to know that when I'm speaking these things, I am setting the universe and putting the universe to work, and it is um, giving me the actions and putting me in the situations and surrounding my world with the things that I desire. And that's where we start to really see a change. So when you're not like really in it and you're only doing it because somebody told you to, or you saw the video, or whatever the case would be, we got to really step into um making our desires and making our atmosphere and our environment work in our favor, right? So it's sort of like if you were at a job, if you were the leader at your workplace, or you're the manager or something like that, you set up a set of systems for everybody to work, um, and so that the environment is in unison and that everybody is going according to the plan. And so when you start to do that in your own life, and you are the leader in your own life, and you start to set things up and to speak things, the energy around you, because we are all energy, will conform to what is in your heart. So that's why for me affirmations are really 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 important. They set the tone for your day, they set the tone for your life. And even me, I know I love affirmations, and sometimes I can fall off, and not that I'm having like a bad time or a bad day or whatever the case may be, but something will always come back and remind me, and I'll feel like, oh my God, like I had these things and these things were going really good, and what's happening, and I'm like in a stagnant place, and I don't, I'm kind of like flustered about it, and I'm like, oh, you know what, I got off my regimen. I'm not being mindful of what I'm feeling every day. I'm kind of just going with the flow because I'm so busy and everything is going on, and so I'm forgetting to do that little practice and be everything that I could be for myself first. So everything really starts with a mindset. Every dream started with a thought. Your thoughts, affirmations are these thoughts, and the thoughts become things, right? So when we're affirming ourselves, I like to do things or have things around me that make me feel good about myself. This is something that can enhance the idea of your affirmations, because if you are just if you're in a bad space and you're around people that you don't really want to be around, or you're in a cluttered environment, you don't really like clutter. So I like to go in my room. I keep my room really, I like to keep my room clean. That's my thinking space. I don't like clutter. So I'll go in my room. I love water. Water is one of the things that make me feel really good about myself. So I'll have a nice cup of water. It has some stones in there. These are shungite stones, that kind of clear your energy and remove any kind of EMF. And this is something that I like to have with me, because I speak my affirmations into my water. I tell myself that I am worthy. I tell myself that I love myself, and all of those things. So I like to speak my affirmations into my water. Sometimes I'll charge the water with the moon or the sun, or whatever the case may be. But I also like to have my stones. And for me, these help me feel good about myself. They help me feel feminine. They help me feel empowered. And so that's something that I also like to have um, in my affirmations and on my journey to becoming the best version of myself. And then I'll do like a little head oil, which is also has a few crystals in here. I charge this with the sun. And I just put it, boom, put it on my head, kind of rub it around, and I get ready to say my affirmations. Now, when you're saying your affirmations, you never want to be in an irritated mood or a negative space. You want to clear your space. You want to be vibrant. You don't want your face to be scrunched, and you don't want to be tense. You don't want any of that stuff. You want to, feel the atmosphere around you. You want to tell yourself, I love myself. You want to have a smile on your face, like my body is ready for this. I can build my baby. I am fully capable of doing so, right? And you can continue to say these things. And tell yourself, like, I was made for this, like this is who I am. I am worthy of love, and all of these different things. This is the moment I have been waiting for, to meet my baby. I've been nourishing my body, and these things will start to really become you. It'll relax you, it'll calm you, and then that helps you through the process of birth. That helps you through the process of getting through those waves that we call contractions. And it gives us that sense of support and love, and that kind of releases that oxytocin, which is our real pain reliever, and then that kind of settles us. And I'm not going to say it's going to take away all of the pain, and it's going to not, you're not going to feel a contraction or a surge, but you will be in a space where it's very much tolerable. You will begin to feel stronger and more um, ready. And so, you might find yourself rocking, and you might find yourself having to breathe those intense moments. But when you come out of that and you get that break, go right back into your mind and joke with people and laugh and remember those affirmations. And that way, we come into the point where the race is almost done and that baby is now crowning, and we're ready to get the baby down and out of the womb. And we're at the finish line and we're there and we get to hold the baby and the euphoria happens and that golden hour and everything is well. Hopefully we don't tear, we position ourselves right and all that stuff, and we get to really just live in that moment, and we don't have to be traumatized by everything that came before that may have not been right. Because if we set ourselves up for the positive mindset and the beautiful, healthy birth experience and the magical birth experience that every one of us deserves, right? Then we can really get to a place where we start to see much more of these instances and much more of these birth stories, as opposed to what we are hearing now in days. Like, trauma is so common, and it's just, we don't want to do that. We want to take control, take responsibility, and accountability for ourselves, and really just just understand and know who you are. So that's what I like to do. You can always modify it. You can always put it to a place where you're comfortable doing it. Like, I don't always do my affirmations in the morning. Sometimes I do them at night before I go to bed. Sometimes I do them at night and in the morning. Sometimes I'm doing them throughout the day. Sometimes I'm laying down. Sometimes I'm standing up. Sometimes I'm dancing while I'm doing them. Sometimes I'm holding my crystals in my hand. And I had a young lady ask me about this crystal. So first of all, this is an opal stone, and I got this from my good soul brother Najee Evans, who is the creator and founder of Build Me Up Movement, which I will drop his link somewhere below in the description. But he's amazing. I love his work. I love his crystals. He's so knowledgeable and educated about the different stones and crystals that are mineralized by the world. I also have I think this is called High John. I'm pretty sure. I Sometimes this is an earring, but sometimes I don't put them in my ear. Sometimes I just wear them on my hair. I love High John because it grounds me and it makes me feel strength. It makes me um, feel like I'm in control, and I'm using that word control loosely, but I'm in um, kind of like I have control over what I'm doing, and kind of like um, pushes me forward. And this is so great for cosmic consciousness, creativity. These stones are also really good for um, well, this is a root, actually, High John root. But these pieces are really good for even other things like insulin production, cleansing the blood. Like, there's so many things that these things are great for. And he also wraps them with copper, which is an amazing protection against viruses, also EMF protection. um, and I really do love his movement. I love what he stands for. He's very much full of light and full of love. So if you guys want to check out his crystals, please do so. His stones, his jewels. I mean, he has a cookbook. He has like so much going on. He's very knowledgeable about like financial advisory. So I think that that would be a great and amazing resource to have. But yeah, if you find yourself in a bad space, or you're having like a bad moment, and that moment can mean one moment, one day, a month, really, try to work on reframing your mindset. Try to work on putting yourself in a position that opens doors for you and gives you, surround yourself with people who have the same kind of not life, because we don't want to compare our lives, but have the same kind of like similar mindset and similar needs that you want to put into place for yourself. And so that way you can change the course of your future and really set the tone for your birth experiences, for your life in general, for how you raise your children. um I know I was around so many people when I was younger, like them bad A kids, or you got to do this, or you got to do that, or you got to get them early, because if you don't rough them up early, then they're going to be like this, is that, the third. And I had to really take a step back. Like, is that how I want to treat my children? Is that how I want to raise my child? Do I want to feel like my body is incapable of feeding my child the nutrients that they're supposed to have? Do I feel like I need to hit my children? Like, do I really want to do that stuff? Because a lot of times we're doing things based off of the experiences of others, and we haven't even given ourselves a chance to experience it for ourselves, or to do these things to ourselves, whether it be parenting, cloth diapering, breastfeeding, anything that you want to do with your child. Don't let anybody else set the tone for you, or scare you into thinking that it's not going to go right, or maybe someone else's traumas is projected on you. You don't want to do that. Kind of really put your mindset, because anything that you believe is possible. Anything. So whether it's negative or positive, what you believe in your mind is very much possible, right? So that's my take on affirmations. Please incorporate them into your life. Please incorporate them to your daily um, you know, regimens, and they need to be repetitive. Like, it takes time. It's not a Tylenol. It's not gonna work tomorrow. Um, but sometimes, if you believe it enough, it could be like that. But really just start to make that a part of who you are. Thinking of your life and yourself with great compassion and with powerful um just intent, and your setting your intentions is really, really important, and being who you want to be despite your challenges is also important. And that's what affirmations do for us. So it reminds us, like, hey, I might want that piece of bread, but that cow is going to give me the folate that I need to build my baby, right? I might want that juice, but that coconut water is going to give me the hydration I need to build my baby today, right? I might want that piece of candy, but this over here is going to be the best option for me. And this is what I set out for myself, and I'm going to continue with that. And I'm not saying that everything has to be perfect. Nope. But I'm saying this is how we set the tone. This is how we bring ourselves back. If we fall off, we get right back on, right? So again, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Nichelle. I'm a full spectrum holistic doula with Bearth.uhura. If you guys have any questions or any more topics that I haven't spoke about that you would like to hear about, please drop it in the comments, or you can go to birth.uhura@gmail.com, which is BEARTH.uhura @gmail.com, and we could always discuss these topics further. And yeah, thank you so much again. Peace and pregnancy deaths.